All right, so the question comes up from time to time. Should you study one martial arts style and master it, or should you study many martial arts styles and get the benefits of different systems for their the things they're known for? Like grappling or weaponry or striking or whatever. So some people say that you should study one system and master it because you can do that for a whole lifetime, and it's true. Some people say you should study different things because each system specializes often in one thing or the other. Um, it's my perspective that they're both right, and it just depends on what you want out of it. So I look at it like it's like your martial arts journey is like climbing up a mountain. So the peak of the mountain is your goal. The peak of the mountain is every martial artist's goal. We want to get to the top of the mountain. Now, a person who does one style, they climb up that one side of the mountain, and everything they see is through the lens of that side of the mountain. And the person that studies many different styles, they kind of move all around the mountain and they see lots of different sides of the mountain and lots of different views from all over that mountain and around the areas. They see grappling and striking and different things, so they have more perspectives. But the person who climbs up the one side understands that one side a lot better and can master that side of the mountain and knows everything about it. So they're both good and they both have their perspective, but from both sides, whether they're climbing around the mountain to go up it or if they're just climbing one part of that mountain, eventually they get to the peak. And the closer you get, the higher you get up the mountain, the more you can see of the mountain. So, for example, if you just study one system, if you go thoroughly, you're going to start seeing other things. So if you just do a striking-based system, pretty soon you're going to come across some grapplers and you're going to have some answers to that. There's been some famous people who were mostly strikers, but they have to learn how to stand up against grapplers, or vice versa. People who are mostly grapplers, you're going to have to learn to deal with strikers at some point in your journey unless you totally isolate yourself to that one small portion of the mountain and never go any higher or see anything outside of yourself. So the goal is to get up to the peak of the mountain. Whether you want to do that, specializing in one thing, or if you want to go all around it, view every side of martial arts, and experience all of that, and then work your way up to the top. It doesn't really matter as long as you make it to the top. That's the thing. You want to have a higher perspective of martial arts, get to the peak of the mountain, understand as much as you can, at least about the part that you do, and get to the higher elevations where you can see a higher perspective of your training and what you're doing. So some people even say like, well, you should do Muay Thai because there's a lot of great striking. Or you should do Jiu-Jitsu because there's a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because there's a lot of great grappling in there. My personal experience, yeah, I agree with that in some sense, but I also know that I've had more injuries training in like things like Muay Thai or Jiu-Jitsu through my life than I've ever had in any self-defense encounter. So basically, my training has hurt me more than getting in any self-defense encounters. So is it true? Yeah, it's true and it's not true, like most things in martial arts. They both have what they call in Japan this ura and amote. There's one side, it's true and it's not true simultaneously. There's a hidden side and a side that we see. So, do what's best for you. If you feel like at the time, like training in one system, then you should do that. If you feel like cross training, then you should do that. And I would even advise you, some teachers try to keep their students to studying their system because they become selfish, and their system alone. But you got to do what you got to do. You're an individual and you should do what you think is best for you because this is your one life and this is your journey up the mountain. This is your journey in martial arts. So do everything you can the way you want to do it. And the main thing is just keep training. Just keep training and you'll find your way. You'll find your way up the mountain. And one day maybe you'll look back and you'll see how high you've climbed. So good luck in your training and feel free to like, share, and subscribe on the videos. And I'll keep more content coming out for you guys. And good luck on your journey.